Hey guys, welcome to Kaboom TV, running Collective Might, and as I was talking about, look at this mana, 2 planes, and pretty much everything in my hand's forest, so we can't keep hold of that. I mean, running the risk of drawing a forest. Okay, that's not too bad. I've got the 3 mana, at least I've got my forest, and I've got my Selesnya Evangel for tapping some dudes for tokens. That's okay, I suppose. I don't know what my opponent's running yet, but he is running 60 cards, or she's running 60 cards, because it's a wee female dude. So let's find out, let's see what it could possibly be. Please not be Oromancer. Well, let's gather Sepulchral Strength, Running Malice, or Exalted, and it's Sepulchral Strength. Okay. So the Blood Artist is a slightly annoying card to deal with. Well, we'll find out how this goes. This possibly might go okay, so we'll drop down our Angel dude. You might just ping that straight away, which would be kind of disappointing. Still not hitting any other creatures. I mean, I do have my Midnight Haunting, but I really wanted another 2/2 down. So, normally when I do that thing with the mana at the start, I in the next hand's 2 forests, so that's really quite nasty for me. I've got nothing that can deal with that. I can chomp block all day, but if he's got Rancor, he can just dump it on that, and then we're in a lot of trouble. So, let's drop our planes. Let's think about this. I could drop her and at least then have something to tap to drop a token down and chomp block this turn. I think that's going to be the play. I mean, I know I could have dropped Midnight Haunting, but then I'd rather not chomp block a flyer. I'd rather keep that for the next turn. So just end our turn, keep the mana open to tap down. You might just kill one of these things anyway. So he's hit mana his turn, that's fine. He's going to swing in, so we pause, activate the ability, ping her, drop down a chomp blocker. Did I just let the 3 through this time? I mean, because I'm going to be taking 1 anyway for the sacking, and it gives me another token on the battlefield. I think, yeah, we're just going to take the 3. I think that's maybe the best option, because I'd be taking 1 anyway, and it leaves me just more creatures in the battlefield for my Signal Blessing to be a little bit more handy. I don't know, do I want to draw mana here? I suppose that's okay. I mean, I'm thinking I could drop her down and boost everything up, but that slows me down a little bit. I could exile this dude, because then that'll prevent him getting mana. And then I can still leave mana open for Midnight Haunting, but then I can't tap anything. So, or I could Swords of Plowshare this dude, and then it still leaves me mana open to tap. So I think, is that possibly a play or leaving this for something bigger? I'm not sure. I think we'll just wait. I think we're just going to tap possibly 1 down and then bring down our Midnight Haunting. I'm not overly happy with my current position. I mean, I can swing in with my token, I suppose, but then it'll be tapped. So I'll still do it, I suppose. No, I'll hold off. Because I'll tap once and bring... Oh, I should have swung in, because I could have tapped once and brought my Midnight Haunting in, so that was a bit silly. The thing is, if you exile this boy, you don't get any of the mana for him, because he's exiled, he's not died, so... That's an interesting play. Okay, that's really interesting. So, I want to tap that boy down, and then I want to drop Midnight Haunting. And then I want to chomp block there, because I think he'll sack that boy, and chomp block there. I mean, I'm still taking 3 damage, unless he's got boosts, but I don't think he has. Has he got the sacrifice -2/-2 +2/+2? No, he's going to put regeneration on that dude. Idiot. Totally forgot about the regen. That was my bad. I think he did sack his dude, so we're still taking some damage. That was really silly doing that. I totally forgot that this thing has regen. I was just worrying about the hexproof, so that's my tokens dead. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have blocked him, because then I'd have had a couple of tokens down, and then she would have made a difference coming on next turn. So that was a terrible move. We've cost ourselves quite a bit of damage there, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So let's drop down that, and just man up here. I think that's what we're going to have to do, is just man up here. So we'll just end the turn. Take 3 from this guy, possibly. Keep my Swords of Plowshare in case he drops anything big. Get a couple of tokens out next turn, and then we can possibly drop Signal Blessing. I don't know if that'll give me enough power, so there's another one of those dudes. That's interesting. So, he's still got mana open for regen, but that's fine. mean, I can exile one of them. No, I'm not going to attack, but I will stick my tokens on the battlefield. So tap that. Tap that. So I get a couple of tokens down. And right, see, there we go. So there's the guy we can just exile straight away. Say goodbye to him. I'll discard my top card. Oh well, it's not the worst card to discard, but at least I get rid of that dude. That's what that was for. So we've got mana now. Can I cast both of these? I've got 6 mana. Oh, hold on a second. I've also got Overrun. So let's do our maths here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 damage coming in. That's a little bit annoying. So that's not going to be enough, but I think it's still the play is just to go bam, overrun, and just swing in with everybody. He's going to lose both of those dudes, and he's just left the game. That's a bit unusual because he wasn't dead there. He was on 1 life, I think, or he'd been on 2 lives, so he didn't need to leave there. And I mean, I was pretty low, so he might have been able to hold on, but he's just decided to quit because, well, I think it could have been over. Unless he could have done something to the board position and kill off a lot of my dudes. Fallen turn, I was going to use Sigil Blessing, and it'd have been game. GG. Anyway, guys, Kuber TV. Hey guys, welcome to Kuber TV. I'm going to post this video up probably after or before the next Collective Might game video, depends how long it runs. I'm just going to quickly run through. I've done a lot of changes to the deck just because I find it wasn't working as well as I wanted it to. One thing I will say is this is the worst deck for mana. I'm getting mana blocked so often with this deck. I don't know what it is, maybe it's a formula in the game or something with this one, but the amount of times I'm getting 1 mana, and I'm just trading cards, and then I'm down to 5 cards, and then I've got 2 mana, and they're opposite of what the other creatures are on the deck. It's very, very frustrating. So with that in mind, I decided to stick in another Involving Wilds into the deck to go to the 4. I think I was only running 3 before, but I'm up to 4. Doesn't seem to make any difference. I still get mana blocked a lot. The thing is, when the mana works with this deck, it's really good. It just, I lose because of mana blocks all the time at the moment. Other changes, I took the sprouts out. They were just too slow for me. Putting a 1-1 on, it just felt a bit bleh. I'd rather have maybe more creatures, so I took that out. I took out the Paladin as well. Too clunky for me. It wasn't working in the deck. He has to swing on his own for any of the bonuses, and yes, he combined well with a certain card, but I didn't like it. So quickly moving down here, the Jade Mage came in. I think she was probably a must. I probably should have been running her before, but just the ability to put the tokens down, and she's a 2/1, so for 2. It's a cheaper cost. I'm looking for 2 costs, so even if I'm mana blocked in 2, I can still get her out, even though she can't create any tokens. What else have we done? We have taken out the Behemoth Sledge. As I said, I was finding this very blocking, so it'd be a mana blocked and I'd be chucking this on a creature and just sitting there with this on a 1/1 token for a couple of turns before he pinged it, and it was just, I'd rather be hitting for a lot more damage. I think I was only running one of the Sigil Blessings, or as I was calling it, Signal, but Sigil Blessings. If I wasn't, I'm not sure, but there's 2 in the deck now. Quickly moving on to near the end. Some of the cards I'm still debating about are the Dauntless Escort and the Luxodon Hierarch. Still not sure about them. Anyway, moving to the end, this is where you'll see quite a big change. I took out Tolzamir, the Wolf Blood. He was never working. I was never casting him. And to my horror, the one time that I did cast him, that was just going to say, I had Paro Lives out, and I tapped him to put a token on the battlefield. And of course, because it's legendary, they countered each other and they both died. So I was like, yeah, that was a bit stupid. So I decided to take him out. I just felt, nah, I'd rather have this guy in instead. He's obviously set as green, but he just seems to work slightly better. He's a 4/5. It's just the ability to put tokens on the battlefield again, and the sacking and one of the tokens and putting 1/1 on can be quite handy as well. I also chucked in the Silk/Spider just for some power against flyers. Sometimes I was getting owned by flyers. I had one game against Crosswinds when I could have, if I had this boy in the hand, I could have killed all of these flyers in one go. So I decided I'll mess around with him a little bit. So there you go, guys. Hopefully that doesn't come in too long, but there are the changes currently with this deck. Hopefully we'll get some games up, so this will either come up at the start or the end, but probably the end of the video because I think it came in quite long. Anyway, stay tuned for the game. Kuber TV, shining out.